Texas is a trip. Have you guys ever been to Texas?
I've never been to Texas.
Texas.
I have.
You have?
trip.
What is
I
your
mean, it's
experience in
okay.
Texas?
I don't know, man. I went to Oklahoma first,
Oh, of
Same.
course.
and then so I
That's
was-
like the whole fuckery road trip.
yeah. So first I flew into Oklahoma City. I had family out there. Really, it's whatever. And then we drove like 200 miles to the Cadillac Ranch. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's like a bunch of Cadillacs in the ground, like stood up, and there's like
That's cool.
10 of them.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
I have heard of it. Yeah.
So we went there. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I've only been to Oklahoma because my gambling addicted family live in Texas, and I was 18 at the time, and they're like, "You could gamble if we go to Oklahoma." So I'm like, "Sure, let's get in the car. Let's drive 3.5 hours to a casino."
No wonder you're broke. Is that how your gambling addiction started?
A little bit.
Yeah.
My cousin gave me $10. I turned it into 20. That's where it all started. I blacked out the rest of the night. Don't know where I was.
Next thing you know, you're sucking dick for money.
Dude, all I'm on the corner.
It all starts with that $1 bill.
$1.
Then it goes down from there.
All spirals from there. Oh, but Texas, I don't know. It's like you walk into Walmart, like baby's got a gun strapped to them. It's insane, like a little pink gun.
Yeah, when I was in Wyoming,
That's
fucking.
funny. Little pink gun.
When I was in Wyoming a couple months ago, there's this guy riding a quad around the town with a rifle just strapped
Shut
to his
up.
back.
Really?
Swear to God. Swear
That
to
is
God.
fucking nuts.
I'm just like, whoa, this is a different country, man.
Insane.
It's crazy down
Yeah.
there. I the only place that I've been in probably like the most fucked up. I've been to Alabama. Probably
Alabama?
the worst of
I know
all
a
of
lot
them.
about Alabama.
It was it was probably the worst of all of them. So like we get there and like I would say like we went to like the really like back country and like every house had a fucking Confederate flag on
Wow.
the porch, like literally. And I was like, oh yeah, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Had a family tree with all the same last names.
Robert Jr., Robert Jr. Jr. the second, Robert Jr. 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 the third.
My grandpa's my grandpa twice.
He's my grandpa and my uncle.
My grandpa, my brother, and my uncle. No, but yeah, no, yeah. My
It's
uncle
crazy
has a
down
rifle.
there. I mean, if I have any subscribers from down there, I'm sorry, but
I love Alabama.
your country's fucked. You're south,
I don't know what's going on down there, but
Alabama.
bro. But like you could like see the difference, like the culture different. I feel like once you pass, I would say like the
Tri-state area.
Maryland line,
yeah,
Maryland down is like weird.
it's like the bottom of Maryland.
Yeah,
It gets
yeah,
like very
yeah,
sketchy.
yeah. It's like trailer parks and fucking.
Oh my- It's like the trailer parks here are like a different level. Like we have trailer parks in New York, but it's like
We do.
yeah, but it's not
Like
like,
what,
trailer
upstate?
parks.
I wouldn't really say on the island.
There's like a couple.
Maybe out east.
Like
Yeah.
people actually live there, or is it for
Yeah.
like
No,
camping?
people live there because we were like looking into it for my sister when she was like. My nephew follows this podcast. I'm so glad you're not there, but we were looking at it.
Is it the one that has a mess? Oh my god, that's horrible! You're gonna put her in a
My
fucking
oldest sister, what are you
trailer.
talking about? She's
His-
fine. She lives in a house
Her
now.
sister has MS, and they're gonna put him on a fucking trailer. You're
Well, are
fucked.
we supposed to keep her in our house?
You're not supposed to send her to a trailer. That's like the most typical
She
place.
goes,
for-
what are we supposed to keep her at our house? Holy
like the
shit.
All right, she's 44, right? In my defense.
Oh, okay.
And there's 3 kids.
That's
Well,
just
she has
throw her in a
MS.
trailer park.
A progressive, what is that? Degenerative disease that fucking just kills
I
you.
love you, Melissa. Hi, if you're listening, I love her.
Wait, your cousin? I mean, your nephew actually follows me.
Yeah, he wants to listen.
Oh shit!
What's up, Kai?
What's up, kid? Wow, that's fucked up.
Every time I spill on
I
myself.
can't believe that. I remember the first. No, okay, now I remember the first time I met your sister. We were at your house. We were so fucking drunk, like fucking drunk, dude. I was so drunk, right? Who was it? You,
They had to
me.
carry me into
It was
bed.
you, me,
Mike,
Mike, Alexa,
Melissa.
and Melissa. So it was like 5 of us in this house.
Not my sister, Melissa.
Not her sister. No. So we were fucking drunk, right? So I don't know what happened. So I left the house because I got in an argument with someone.
God.
Then I came back, and her sister was not in the house at this time. Like she came to the house because Your parents were where in like
They were-
freaking
they were
Hawaii or
in
Ohio,
Hawaii. They're in Florida.
Florida or
and they were
something.
trying
So
to
they're
call
they're
me.
trying to call her, and this girl's like fucking gone, like
They like carried
gone,
me up
bro.
to bed.
I'm sleeping.
Somebody took my contact.
yeah,
out, I
like
don't
she
know
was.
who.
It was fucking Mike. So this kid Mike. So this kid. So no. So this fucking kid Mike. He answers the phone to her parents.
Hello?
Obviously, if I was a parent and a random guy's answering the
Yeah,
phone,
guy.
I would be freaking like
It's
I would be bugging
she's
out.
in bed. She's fine.
Yeah.
What a fucking
Yeah,
what a
yeah, yeah.
comment.
He
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
he was like, he was like,
Oh my God.
he was like, hello. And I remember I just saw the whole thing play out, right? And I was like, what the fuck is going on? He was like, hello? Yeah, how are you? Yeah, she's okay. She's in bed. Yeah, she's all right. Blah. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna go south really quick. So anyway,
So the first thing my mom decides to do is call my sister at 1 o'clock in the morning, who has MS and 3 children, to come over to the house to make sure I'm not dead or trafficked.
yeah.
So anyway.
So I walk out of the house because I got in an argument. Then I came back, and her sister, they're like the same height almost.
No.
No. Anyway, well, I was just that drunk. But she was coming down. Her sister was coming down the stairs, right?
Look nothing alike.
And for some reason, I thought it was Allison. I opened the door. I'm like, Allison, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, internet wasn't. I don't know. It's
Melissa.
like, I'm Alice's friend. I'm Alice's sister. I was like, huh? I'm
That's her
Allison's
voice.
sister. I'm sorry, I'm making fun of you. I'm sorry, I'm making fun of your sister with a mess.
I'm her sister.
I'm Alice's sister. And I was like, oh shit. So yeah, that's how I met your sister. That's how I met her
And-
sister.
Funny story. Her boyfriend was out front smoking a cigarette while this kid over here was throwing our friend, slamming him against the windshield of the car, smashing his back
God.
on the
You?
window. This rear view
It was a
mirror.
long story.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
He was trying to leave. Our friend threw his keys in a bush, and then next thing you knew, he was throwing our friend into the rear, like
Yeah.
the side mirror, and
Yeah.
shattered it all over his back.
Yeah. Because I was trying to
Very
leave,
nice.
but I was too drunk. My friend was like, you're not going anywhere. I'm like, let me go.
I
Yeah,
woke up the next morning to like Domino's pizza upside down on my sidewalk, and like
I
on my
think I
patio
think
in
I
the back.
conceded a baby in that room that night.
Off the record.
Off the record.
Roger has a kid.
Roger has a kid.
Your parents'
somewhere.
room, I mean, not your bed.
Not
Yeah,
with
okay.
me,
Not with you.
by the way.
Not with you.
By the way,
Never.
I was passed out.
You were
Just
drunk.
a disclaimer.
Mike was trying to
Just
get
a
in there.
disclaimer. My door was
Disclaimer.
locked.
I said parents. Correction. Parent bedroom.
Somebody took my contacts out of my eyes that night.
It was creepy Mike, bro.
Whoever it was.
Creepy Mike.
Creepy Mike. Oh my God. The other night he calls me, right? So this kid Mike, we went to nursing school with him. And this kid calls me. He's like, Roger, I gotta speak to you. I'm like, what's going on, man? He's like, I spent 2 months in the hospital with fucking pancreatitis, and I have a business proposition for you. And I was like, what is it? He's like, stocks. That's the thing he said. Like, stocks. And I'm like,
Donks.
stocks, okay.
Stonks.
He was like, I'm trying to start a trading company, and I need your help. And I was like, I couldn't help you with that, bro. He's like, dude, I want to be like the Wolf of Wall Street. And I'm like,
School, bro.
I'm like, dude, I'm like, we haven't spoken in like 3 years, like 2 years. Like, I don't even know you. He's like, yeah, bro. Like, you in or you out? I'm like, I'm out.
Mike, if you're watching this, I'm in.
Jeez,
I got nothing
I'm
to
out.
lose.
Yeah, it was so bad. It's so funny. Stocks, yeah. He was
That's
like,
a joke.
bro, stocks. And I was like, okay. Like,
Think
you in
about
or you out? I'm like, I was like, I'm out. He didn't say anything. Out.
Thinking about getting into stocks. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. Invest a little bit. Parents do it. I know a lot
Yeah.
of people who do it.
Yeah, and they don't make shit.
Option. Whoa. Whoa.
People who, if you're gonna invest in the stock, you need a lot of money.
Not true.
Not necessarily, 'cause my
Unless
parents
you're investing in a company that's just coming up, and like in 20 years you'll see that return.
did. Disney. I'm telling you.
I invested
Disney.
in Tesla and made profit.
How much
Look
you
at
make?
that.
Profit wise, I put 400 in, and then I got like almost $300 just profit wise.
Damn.
I stand corrected.
Sure, it's not a lot of money, but you
I
take
stand.
that 300 and you put it back into the stock market, and now you have even more money to invest in. And if you do it right,
Yeah.
making money.
That's true,
Why not?
actually.
I bought
Mm.
Bitcoin.
Mm.
I got bought like Bitcoin. You know Cash App? You can
Yo,
buy, like,
you know-
Bitcoin on that app.
you
and
know
I
who
was
had-
like, yeah, I'm gonna buy some Bitcoin and make a bunch of money. I bought it like I made like 1 cent.
No, you know who made a shit ton of money off Bitcoin? When I first met Alexa.
Really?
Yeah, bro. So like we're in farm class together, and like I see
Farm
her
class?
phone. What?
Farm class.
Pharmacology.
Pharmacology.
Oh, okay. I was
Drugs.
about to
We
say.
raised cows. We
Yeah.
raised pigs.
So anyway, so I looked at her phone and I was like, she had like $6,000, and I was like I was like, that's Bitcoin. She was like, yeah. And she was like, I was like, how much did you put in? She was like, $2,000. This is when
Oh,
Bitcoin like first started and
wow.
just fucking blew up,
oh,
bruh.
I didn't put that much in.
I was like,
For like
jeez.
100. Should I check it live? I haven't checked it in a year and a half. Watch me have like
Se-
$3,000.
yeah, fucking no.
You should
Secretly,
check it.
she's
Let's see.
she's secretly a millionaire.
Yeah, right.
Can you
Has
imagine?
no idea.
Waited too long to check. We took it all away.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, dude, I should have put my thing on airplane more. I'm hearing some
I made $1.62.
Yeah,
that.
that's $1.62 you
whole
did not
dollar.
have.
That is
whole
not
buck.
even a cheesy gordita.
A whole buck.
That is not.
A whole
What
buck.
can I buy? 1 apple pie from.
Get a Arizona.
I'm going to 7-Eleven after
You could
this.
get in Arizona and like a little chocolate from the dollar store. Fucking-
$1.62.
Fucking the baller life over here.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
She's living the baller life.
I did that like 2 years ago.
What?
But like bought like a Bitcoin. One. I don't even know what I did. I
Wait, so
didn't
is that the
Cash App.
return from that Bitcoin from 2 years ago?
That's where I'm at right now.
You're winning at life right
Right
now, let me
now.
tell you.
Hey,
Maybe-
you gotta start somewhere, man.
Exactly like this podcast.
Maybe
Gotta
I'll
start somewhere.
invest in a
The
stock.
dudes.
So who do you think
Tavern.
is going to win the election 2020?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Now we're getting onto some
whoa.
heavy topics.
Are we
Whoa.
gonna go here?
You toss that
let's
one
do it,
up
let's
in
do it,
the
let's do it.
air.
Because no, let's do it. Fuck it. Why not?
Oh, God.
Trump
Oh,
2020.
I'm starting to sweat. Trump 2020? What'd you
By
say?
the way, your friend is super racist towards Spanish people, and she's Spanish.
My friend
Her friend is so racist.
Spanish, and
Yeah?
I
She's
love her.
Extreme
Shout out to
Salvadorian.
Priscilla. Shout out
Extreme.
to Priscilla.
Yeah, so she's
She's so funny.
extreme Salvadorian. Like, and
So-
she hates Salvadorian. I'm like,
But she knows.
We're leaving the bar the other day, me, her, and Roger. And we're walking down the street. Roger's like, oh, so what are you? And she's like, just not answering. I'm like, she's El Salvadorian. She goes,
like,
I'm
"I'm
American.
American."
No.
I was like, wow. Okay.
Something must have happened.
She loves Trump.
She
That's
loves Trump. Like idolizes Trump.
Trump's her hero.
Girl.
I don't know. I feel like Trump is so hated that he can't win. But I feel like that was the same with the last.
He can't win. I
Like-
think the Democrats think they have it in the bag, but they don't.
Yeah, but the Democrats always think that they have it in the bag, and they don't.
Did you hear about the FBI? Finally went through it's called Hunter and Joe's emails and stuff, and
Yeah.
there's like a big thing on it now.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
But they're
Joe's
trying to do the
fucked.
same thing they did with Hillary. Like right before the elections, they opened a investigation on Hillary.
But like low key, everything
I
with Hillary
mean-
was true.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And this kid Hunter is messed up, very messed up.
I don't know much to give my opinion on it, so.
I just hate
don't
getting
know enough.
political.
Wow,
You
you guys are
always-
pussies.
You always
Jesus
make
Christ.
enemies. You know.
How friendships are broken.
How friendships are- he knows my stance.
honestly, if a friendship is broken because of politics, then that friendship should have never started in the first place.
Our friendship.
So
hasn't
get the
been
fuck out of my
broken.
house. Get out. Get the fuck out.
See you guys. My Truly's empty anyway.
Word.
Don't mention Truly. I'm gonna get sued.
I'm sorry. Yolrt.
Alert.
Yolrt.
Alert.
Yolrt. I can't roll my R's.
Alert. Okay, so I guess we're
Anyway.
not getting into politics then. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I think Trump is gonna win.
I think he's gonna win as well.
I
To
That's
be
my
honest.
opinion.
I think. I don't know. I just like. I don't know.
You're starting to see it more. Like Trump supporters are coming out more than before. I think.
I saw on the corner. You guys don't live around like me, but over by Holbrook, there's like this abandoned Toys R Us, and they had a whole. It was like all like black guys like out there with like a table set up selling hats and like
Excuse me.
African Americans.
Thank you.
Selling shirts and hats, like Trump shirts. They had like 50 Trump signs like lining the street, and I was with Priscilla actually yesterday, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
was like, Trump 2020 while we're driving by. But yeah, I don't know.
I think
there's
he's
a
gonna
lot
win.
of hidden Trump supporters.
I think there's a lot of people that are gonna go out to vote just to get him out of office, but there's a lot of people that are gonna vote just to get him, keep him in office.
Yeah.
I'm
so-
voting Kanye West.
Yeah, me too.
Yay.
That guy's
Oh
a
my god,
psycho.
did you see?
Yeah.
Did you see my Snapchat story the other night?
Probably.
So I have this communications class, and
Oh.
and so we had to do speeches for our communications class. Sorry,
Was that burp number 3?
Nice.
that was like burp number
We're
5.
counting them.
So anyway,
That's 5.
this guy did a speech about Jesus fucking
6.
Christ.
6?
This guy did a speech about cigars, right? And he talked about like how cigars, you're supposed to cut cigars, blah blah blah. And like we have a group chat like in the class on Snapchat, and we're like, fucking if he smokes that thing, I will have so much respect for the guy. So he's cutting it, like he's doing the thing, blah blah blah, and he's lighting it up, and we're like, no, he's not gonna fucking hit it. Starts fucking pulling on it.
This was a joint.
No.
I was like, damn, that kid's ballsy.
Yeah. He starts pulling on it, and we're like,
Oh,
Jesus Christ. He's like, well, this is how you smoke a cigar. And he just kept going. Like he just kept going for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like we thought
Everybody
we thought the
watching.
speech was like ending at that
What did
point.
the professor say?
What?
What did
So
the
like
teacher-
no, so like he kept going for like 2 minutes, like straight 2 minutes, like just
He's just
smoking.
chiefing on it.
Yeah. He probably forgot that like there was a speech going on that he was
got
doing.
lost in the
And
cigar.
and the teacher was like, yeah, the teacher was like, so is this the end of your speech? He's like, well, that's that. He's like,
Legend.
well, that's that. I was like,
Legend.
okay. Yeah, so
Oh my god.
it was
Cigars?
so
I wonder what
funny.
his grade
I was.
was.
Like, I'm voting for that
Yeah,
man. I'm voting for
100.
that man.
Cigars are weird. I remember my cousin got really into them. We go to Texas usually for every Thanksgiving.
Yeah, of course.
And my cousin's husband built like this man cave out of a barn. It's sick.
Wow.
So his like stepson married someone from Panama, so he gets these like sick cigars and stuff. He comes in so shady with like a box. He's like, "You guys want a cigar?" Like perfectly like in a row. They're all. I've
Perfectly
never
lined.
understood cigars. Never understood.
You're
it.
not supposed to inhale the smoke.
No, it's like in your mouth. It
Yeah,
stays in
I
your
never
mouth.
understood it. Like what do you get out of it? Like with
taste.
smoking, you get like some type of like buzz, like a head buzz.
Yo, you get a head buzz from cigars as well.
Do you?
Yeah, but like
Like with
you'll
your-
throw up after it just because it's that.
well, yeah, if you
fucking-
inhale this smoke, yeah.
Yeah.
But what I mean is like, what's the purpose of it? Like, are you just?
I don't. 'Cause he was
Is it like wine? Like you
It's
just
like
drink it, even though
coffee.
some wine tastes like complete ass?
He
Like,
was like, this has the cocoa beans that were brewed since 1972.
yeah,
it was
it's like
weird.
fuckers
It
with
was like coffee.
IPAs. Like, oh, I like IPAs.
I get
All
into
kinds of
beer.
fucking IPAs. I'm a
Beer
white
I could get
privileged.
into.
Yeah,
Beer
I
can
like
get into.
beer. I mean,
Beer.
I don't know.
That's
like
where all
it's
my
like-
yeah, it's-
COVID-14 went. What is it? COVID-19.
What?
The 19 pounds you gained from COVID.
Oh, yeah, I got so
all
fat too
beer
during
weight.
this quarantine.
I'm getting there.
I
like
hope we
beer,
don't.
but
I hope there's not a second wave. To be honest.
hope not, because I gained 20 pounds already.
Yeah, bitch.
You
You're
can't
still
tell,
skinny
but
as
I
fuck.
gained
What are
20
you talking about? Fucking
Because I've been going to the gym.
what gym?
LA
Jameson.
LA Fitness.
Jameson.
I've been going to the Jameson gym.
Oh man. Yeah, I hope we don't get a second wave. That'd be really
Oh.
fucked. Really, really
Yeah.
fucked.
Apparently,
numbers are-
didn't they say that we already hit a second wave and like we're in the third or something like that?
Did they?
No, so it was New York was the first wave.
Yeah.
And then while that was going on, like the southern states were like just getting started. And the second wave was the southern states. And now they think like New York is gonna get hit again. But I don't know.
The numbers are going up.
The numbers are going up.
But
Really?
Yeah.
they lied about the numbers last time, so it's all political. Just wait till the elections.
Yeah, but did
over,
you
it'll-
hear about
Yeah.
the hospitals that were getting like money towards them if they
Yeah,
counted
yeah.
things were
Yeah,
deaths? Yeah.
We would label all the deaths that we would have from COVID, even if they had COVID and they had no symptoms. Like even if they were fine, we would
Yeah.
just be like, "Oh,
Really?
they died from cancer, COVID." Like we had to.
Really.
That's like what we were told to do.
Well, there you go.
That's fucked.
There
Where
you go.
work
A
is
So,
little
fucked.
inside
Is
thing.
COVID really that deadly?
I never had to do that with people that died in my hands. Well, it sounds kind of fucked
We-
up that I said died
Well,
in my
I mean,
hands.
I never pronounced them dead, but like we had a terminal patient that had cancer. Like she came to us terminal before COVID.
Yeah.
Died obviously from cancer. Like she tested positive for COVID, no symptoms, and they labeled it as a COVID death
Really?
because she had
Wow.
it technically.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
that's
is
pretty
COVID
nuts.
like really that severe then?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I
think
think I don't think COVID is that bad. I think it's bad in the older population. Like
Yeah.
they get fucking wrecked.
And people with like actual illnesses. Like
Yeah.
my brother's good neighbor and good friend Marty, he died when he was 44 from it, but he had like really bad
Dude,
heart problems.
I didn't post the last episode we did. You remember we started coming up with all these theories.
I know.
So
Why didn't you?
so we spoke about this before.
Ooh.
So this is the theory that I came up with.
Theory
I
time.
think this shit like was made in a lab, right?
Oh yeah.
And it's supposed to target like a specific like blood type. So like you know how there's like A O A B A negative A B negative.
Yeah.
This that you know blood
Yeah,
bloods and cribs. But anyway, I'm probably gonna get shut up later on tonight.
right. Drive by on the house.
Yeah. So anyway, so I think it's supposed to target like a certain blood type. So you have O, B, and A, and we talked about
But
this.
I got it, and I'm B.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and you got pretty sick.
I got
You know what I
pretty
mean?
sick.
But like, what if somebody with like an A blood type gets it, and they don't have any symptoms, but like people with like O blood type get it, and they're fucked. And I think about it now. We are nurses. We know about this.
Yeah.
When there's an antibody that the body doesn't register, your blood clots.
It attacks it.
Your
Attacks
blood
itself.
clots. Now think about it. People are dying from blood clots that had corona. So it's a good explanation.
The
you
Kung
know?
flu.
The Kung flu, the China virus.
Flu.
But that's what I mean. Like, what if that's the case? It's supposed to attack like a certain amount, like a certain people with like a certain blood type.
Could be. You never know. It's just very odd how it came.
It's all political.
It came
Trump.
at the time when Trump was trying to pull us out of China. You know, like when Trump was trying to like get us away from being reliant on them, and then it was just like, okay,
Yeah.
we're coming back to opening companies in America, and it's like, bam, like 1 billion people dead.
I-
Like, how did that?
I heard on the news that there was a lot of like where this one lady got out of China or something. She was saying, "Oh yeah, like the Chinese government like made it in a lab or whatever." I saw this on the I think Fox or whatever. They were talking about it, but she was literally saying that it was made in a lab and like
Yeah.
all this
believe
shit was 100% true the whole time. So like,
Yeah.
And they're gonna throw
Like
her in a
even the
psych ward.
doctor that was trying to like at the beginning of it, like at the beginning, like before the whole
Yeah.
pandemic started, there's a doctor in China that was like, yo, there's this virus going on, like people are fucking dying, like we don't know where it's coming from, and then the guy just died like 2 days later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking? Yeah, he made a video in the
he got
hospital bed,
whacked.
and he
Reporters?
seemed fine. He seemed okay. Like he like had oxygen. 2 days later, fucking dead.
You know, reporters who have like said things about it, other doctors who said things about it, just dead. They just like magically die.
Yeah,
It's something.
some shady shit
something.
going on, man. Some
Government
shady shit.
shady.
Yep.
But watch, after the election, it's gonna all depending
You
on
think
who
it's gonna?
wins,
You think it's gonna
all
disappear? I
If
don't
Trump
know.
wins, we're gonna have it. If Biden wins,
Mm.
it's gonna.
You think it's like a Democrat run thing then?
I don't know. Maybe not. Because I feel like it's like on both sides. They're kind of like. Did you read in the paper? I think it was in Florida. They were having people testing positive, and the people who tested positive were like, "I've never gotten a COVID test in my life."
Hmm.
Like they were like putting these people that were testing positive that had never gotten tested,
Really?
like lying about it. It was in the papers.
Jeez.
Which you can't believe the media either because they're the
Yeah.
biggest villain of everything.
Yeah,
Can you believe
yeah.
anything?
can't
That's
believe
the real
anything.
You can't
question.
believe anything
This world is
nowadays.
Is
a lie.
COVID even a
Yeah.
thing? Like,
We live in
Yeah.
a simulation,
Yeah, pretty much.
like we talked about.
Yeah,
last.
we live in a fucking. This is the Matrix.
We're not actually
No.
sitting here right now in the corner.
Yeah, we're in a
of
pod
stone,
somewhere going through space.
Yeah.
Ooh.
levitating, floating on water.
Ooh.
I want to do that. You guys ever hear about those?
nah.
What?
Those pods where you go and it's like pitch black. They lock you in there and you just lay on top of water and like float. And you're supposed to like your mind like goes a little crazy. Like you like hallucinate. But it's supposed to like.
I mean, I got
relax you.
close to that one time. I got really fucking drunk, and we went to-
You were
so
in my
so it was
pool.
like around my birthday, I think last year. I got really fucking drunk, and like me, my two other friends, we went out to I think Short Beach in Smithtown.
Yeah.
And it was in the middle of the night. We go out swimming. I had fucking like sweatpants and everything, so it was fucking heavy. And dude, like I just started floating, looking at the stars, and I was like, "Bro, what the fuck?" It was the coolest shit ever. It was,
Shark
felt like
attack.
I was some fucking. I feel like I was high as fuck, but it was weird. I'm scared of like swimming in the dark though. I don't know how I went out there and started swimming. Scary. It
Yeah.
is pretty scary.
A very specific. Not of water. It's
Oh,
going
that's
viral on
right.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Submechanophobia. You ever heard of it?
The fuck is that?
Oh my god. Okay.
Scared of boats underwater.
I need to. It's not just boats. I need to explain.
The bottom
this.
of boats.
Ever since I was a child, I have had such a strange fear of the bottom of boats. Like just being in the water next to a boat scared the shit out of me. My whole life, I hid it. Everyone was like, "You're so fucking weird." TikTok.
Yeah, that's
saved
'cause
my
you are.
life. It said submechanophobia, the fear of man-made objects submerged in the water. If you look up the pictures of that on Google, oh my god, I can't even look at those pictures.
Yep.
Like what? Like just a boat like in the water?
Or like propellers, like sunken ships, sunken airplanes, anything that's like in the water that's not supposed to be there scares the shit out of me. I don't know why. I'm fine with sharks. A shark could be like eating me. I'm fine.
I'm afraid of no. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of like the depth of the ocean. Like if I get lost and stranded in the middle of the ocean, I'm scared of that shit. Like I'm petrified of that.
I'm more scared that there's a propeller under me than like just darkness. Couldn't explain
Like
to
the
you why.
Titanic underneath you.
Well, there you
Love the
go.
Titanic.
Shouldn't that scare the shit out of you then?
It scares
Yeah,
the
that
shit
should
out of
scare
me,
the crap out of you.
But I love the Titanic. Leo.
She
Okay.
likes the movie.
Did I tell you that story?
Actual ship too.
Did I tell you?
just
Did I
missed
tell you
it.
that story? How I almost died in the middle of the ocean?
Oh,
No.
what?
Oh, so
Share.
I told you I went on. Well, I was on a
Oh, you
cruise,
told me.
right? And on the way back to New York or the U.S., there was like a hurricane that was just passing by, and we're riding with the fucking hurricane, and like the whole boat just fucking just like crazy shit. Like shit was falling from like shelves and everything. I was like, bro, I might die tonight, but fuck it, because I'm gonna get drunk as fuck. But whatever. But anyway,
And I'm getting this distress
Was it like a
calls.
party cruise type of thing?
what?
Like a party cruise? Like you
Yeah,
know, they
yeah,
have
like
cruise-
yeah. There's like there's a carnival line.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Old women.
yeah,
So
pretty
you're
much.
pulling up
like,
to the club when the whole boat's like rocking.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
on.
So like, no, so like, my mom's boyfriend, like, super sick in the room, yakking, like, fucking couldn't get out.
Yeah.
My mom, I find her in the hallway crying, and I'm like, what is going on? She's like, I feel so sick. I'm gonna yak, blah blah. And I was like, you gotta go downstairs to the bottom, like to the lower deck in the center, because
So
you
you
don't
die
feel it
first
as
when you
much.
sink.
Yeah, but you don't feel
Yeah.
it that much. If you're in the ends, you feel it a lot. Like you feel it. And so you have to go in the middle and the center of it, right? So so the whole night was like fucking shaking and everything, right? And I looked at the window, and it seemed like we were not moving. Like it seemed like the boat was just still, right? And I was like, I'm like, what the fuck? And the sketchy thing was the captain was just walking around like nothing was going on. I'm like,
He
this guy
just said
this
shit.
guy probably gave up.
He's going down with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ship.
He's like, he probably gave up. Like, we're done here.
He's
He's
saluting
not
all of
steering
his
this. Yeah,
cadets.
he's like, see you later. He's like, I'm going down with the ship. So I was like, the captain just kept walking around like nothing was going on, and I was like,
Oh my
yo, who's steering this bitch?
god.
I was like, who's steering this bitch? So anyway, the next morning, like this happened from like Friday afternoon to Saturday afternoon. Like after Saturday afternoon, like kind of calmed down, right? So Sunday morning, they tell us they're like, yeah, we had a couple issues, blah blah blah. 2 over 4 engines shut down. Like they shut down, like they stopped working. So that's why we weren't moving. That's why like our trip was delayed until like Sunday night. Yeah, so it was scary because like I remember, so I made a couple buddies and we went to this comedy show because there's still shit going on,
Couple
right?
buddies.
Yeah, fuck off. So we went to this comedy show that was all the way at the end of the ship, like towards the end, like the front. So that shit was like fucking up and down, like fucking
Yeah.
everybody was like seasick. And there's this black dude. He was like, he came out of nowhere. He's like,
Excuse me?
African American. So this African American dude came out. He's like, yo, so I'm replacing this motherfucker that couldn't come in tonight because he got too fucking seasick. So I'm his fucking replacement. I don't get paid enough for this shit. And I was like, oh my god. Yeah, so he's like, we're all gonna fucking die tonight. I don't give a fuck. So funny.
Alright, should we move this into near-death experiences now?
I haven't really had one.
I've had one.
Yeah.
But on a plane.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
tell me about
that's
this.
right.
What happened?
Yeah.
It was
Coming
shaking.
back from Texas.
Of
We're on the
course,
plane. It was
everything
this-
goes down in Texas.
It was this airline that doesn't exist anymore, Virgin America. So
Of course.
Oh,
we're taking
Virgin
off.
Airlines.
Virgin Airlines exists, but this was like a different.
Like an
Different
off-brand.
version.
It was
Whatever.
like an off-brand Virgin American. So we take off, everything's fine, and then we're just circling. And we're looking out the window. We're like, this is weird. Like all of a sudden we hear like, and then it's just quiet,
Yeah.
and we're like, what the fuck's going on? Circling around. The captain's like, okay, we have to make a landing back at the airport. Like, oh, our oil's running low or something. So we're all
Yeah.
like, okay. We land. There is like 16 fire trucks, like police, like on the runway coming after our plane. We land. As soon as we touch down and we're like
Mhm.
fine, like and the doctor like, yeah, one of our engines blew out. So we had to evacuate you guys from the plane, like put you on another flight in like another hour. But like,
I hate flying.
can
I
you
fucking hate
imagine
flying.
if that happened when
I
we were
hate
like,
flying.
yeah, I hate flying too. Like in the air,
It's
like
so
in the air.
scary. Because if the thing crashes, you're fucking done.
You're done.
You're so done.
I'm just
Yeah.
diving out.
I remember like around March, I went to visit my ex-girlfriend in Georgia, and like the ride there, the ride back was fine. The ride there, I was in this little fucking tiny plane.
Yes.
Like the tiny ones are usually the
American
ones that
Eagle
are
ones.
scary. Yeah, the tiny ones, you feel everything. And I don't know if it was the pilot just being too rough with the craft. Dude, the whole time was like, like going to the side. I was like, bro.
Meanwhile, the captain's like, you want
was-
to see some real speed?
This ain't
It's like,
shit.
you ever seen the meme with the fucking Crocs? I'll put these motherfuckers on. What is it?
On sports
On
mode.
sports mode. Yeah, bro. So like the landing was the scariest part. Even people were getting scared because the guy took like a really sharp left turn, and you could almost like see the ground. Like you were seeing the ground, and I was like, this, I'm gonna die. This is how I die. I'm gonna visit my girlfriend. This is how I die. I'm gonna fucking die.
Baby, I love you.
Yeah, I was like, baby, I love you.
I'm on flight 497.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait,
Too early.
never mind.
Too early.
Oh.
Too early, my guy. Too
I'm gonna
early.
go.
Too early. Oh, too early.
What happened?
We're not crashing into buildings here. Come on. Come on. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
But anyway.
Anyway.
You
Yeah.
were early.
But something
In,
always
like, 20
happens.
years.
Like something always happens on the flights that like scare the shit out of
No.
me. I can never get used to flying.
I love flying.
Hate
Do
flying.
you? Psycho.
Hate flying.
I've flown like 50 times.
Oh, I have too.
I have
hate it
too,
every
and I'm
time.
still petrified of every single time I go on a
Really?
fucking plane. Yeah.
It's the long flights for me. Like when I went to California, like the 6 hour. Like I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
like China and everything's longer, but it's like the turbulence.
course.
I don't. Shut up.
An idiot.
Is it?
Big
But
brain hours.
Like a 24-hour flight. But I don't know. It's just like scary. I don't like being on a plane and like not
I
having
hate-
control.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's like they say like you're most likely to get in a car accident than flying.
Yeah, you are technically.
Don't they say you're like more prone to getting like kicked by a donkey or something? Like beat the shit by a donkey than you are?
I don't know
Like,
about that. I've never tried my luck on that.
Yeah.
So
Never
Yeah,
been
but the
Yeah.
difference between a plane and a car is like, okay, yeah, I'm more likely to get into a car accident, but if I'm falling from 30,000 feet in the air, I'm not surviving. I could survive
Yeah.
a car accident.
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
At
Yeah.
that point, I would just open the emergency exit and just fling it.
Adios!
Jesus, take the wheel.
He's so just like fling out, like sucked out. with turbulence.
Jesus, take the wheel on that one.
No parachute.
But like, there's been stories of people that parachute, that like their parachutes fail and they fucking like, and they
Ooh.
survive
Yeah.
some way or another.
I've been skydiving once, never again.
I want to go
Terrifying.
skydiving. So I want to go
Almost really sick.
skydiving to the point where I could skydive by myself.
You need like
Yeah.
200 jumps or something like that.
No, there's like a course.
There's a course.
There's
yeah,
like
because
Oh,
a
there
there's
is?
it.
there's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a 2-week course that you could take, and you just go. I would say every day, but like twice a week or something like that. Then they have classes, and then you go out jumping, and then like after a while, like on the last jump, the last 3 jumps, you jump alone, but you jump with people that like are watching you, and then afterwards, then you could just jump by yourself.
I think it's like 10 or 15 jumps or something.
Yeah,
and my cousin
yeah.
did it because I went with him and his like jump that time was the last one before he could do it himself.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking sick.
I wouldn't trust him.
Ah, I want to do it. I want to learn how to
It's
jump by myself.
scary. It's like kind of terrifying.
I'm sure it
I'm scared
is.
of
You're just
heights,
looking fucking down. I'm not scared of heights that way. I'm scared of flying. That I'm scared. When I'm in control, when I jump and I could open a parachute and like kind of be safe in a way, I'm good. But like when I'm in a plane and somebody else is driving that thing, I don't trust humans enough.
I don't trust anybody.
That's why I'm never going to the doctor.
That's why I don't go to the doctor and I'm gonna die of a
Jesus.
brain tumor.
Jesus, just take me.
I'll
Yeah.
trust Google.
WebMD.
Yeah.
You can never
WebMD.
Google something because it automatically says cancer. Like
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
you
Oh,
search
yeah.
for a headache and it's like
you have 3 minutes to live.
aneurysm. Yeah, aneurysm.
You have
I've
a
had-
cut on your arm? Oh yeah, that's 3 minutes. You're fucked.
I've had 6 months to live for the past like 15 years. So
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, a WebMD. That's the.
love WebMD.
Yeah.
I used to be
Speak
such
to
a
your
paranoid
doctor
kid.
immediately.
What?
Speak
the
to your
emergency
doctor
room.
immediately.
Yeah. I used to be such a paranoid kid. What was it?
Skit.
I used to be such a paranoid kid when I was younger. Like anything would scare the shit out of me. Even like a bug bite. Like I would be like bugging the fuck out. Like. So anyway, one time we went fishing with my mom and my stepdad. We went out fishing in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like this is the middle of nowhere. It's like a mile to the lake and a mile back, obviously. But like even that, like the closest place that like there was any life was like 20, 30 minutes away. And it was like a house in the middle of nowhere. So like the nearest city was like an hour and a half away.
Jeez.
So we're like fucking middle of nowhere. So we get there, we start fishing, blah, 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 right? And I catch a fish. I'm like reeling it in. And like I tried to like, unhook it, right? And the fucking thing starts flopping and like it cuts my hands, right?
Ooh.
Automatically, I was like, poison. This thing's
Oh
poisoned.
my
This thing's
God.
poisoned. Yeah, I was like, poison. I dropped the thing and it was like a little, like, was it a blue jay? No, not blue jay.
Bluefish?
Bluefish. Some shit
Was
like
it
Something like
bluefish?
Yeah, like the
Oh
little
yeah,
guy.
bluefish has teeth.
No, I
Bluefish are
don't,
big.
Yeah.
Or
no,
was it
no,
a
it was like a
robin?
little guy. It was tiny. It was like,
Did it look like it had wings? That
I
may
don't
have
know.
cut you because that's a sea robin.
I don't know. I think that was it, but I don't know.
Bluefish, yeah. And when they're babies, they're little. They're called snappers. You catch them off the dock, and they have like mean
Yeah.
teeth.
Oh, yeah?
Those things. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I was like,
Gotta grab it by the gill.
poison. So then, so I started like bugging out. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna fucking die. The poison's going through me right now. It's going up my arm.
Oh
I'm like,
my
Mom, I'm
God.
gonna fucking die. I'm gonna
Get
fucking
an
die.
axe.
My stepdad was like, stop being a pussy. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die. And then like I start having a fucking panic attack in the middle of the fucking lake.
God.
Huge fucking lake where we had to like paddle an hour just to get to like
oh, you
the
were
end
on
of
a
the
paddle
lake.
boat?
No, we're on a canoe, but like they
Oh,
had a
canoe.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So I started bogging in the middle of the fucking lake. I'm thinking
He's
I'm
over
gonna
here like,
yeah. I think I'm gonna die. I'm thinking I'm about to die. So anyway, we get to the end. I'm still bugging out. Like I thought I was gonna die, and like my mom finally like splashes me with water. She's like, "Snap the fuck out of it." I'm like, "Okay," and I had to, like calm down.
it smacked.
That water hit different.
Yeah, that water hit different. It was holy water. Yeah, I was really paranoid as a kid.
I'm more paranoid now. I don't know. Did some crazy shit when I was a kid.
I'm willing to hang up the hat. I mean, Jesus, take me.
I've lived long enough.
I've lived long enough.
Sometimes I think on the way here, I'm like, what would happen if I just drove off this?
All
bridge
right,
and-
my guy. All right,
Like,
too
would I
dark.
fly
Let's
like
try the
GTA?
opposite lane.
I wonder how it feels to crash a car.
I wonder if I could weave through cars as good as I do in GTA in the opposite lane.
It's the same shit.
It was like that
Same
one time
mechanism.
I got in a car with your friend. That was
Yeah,
not
bro.
I
fun.
heard about that one.
I was texting this
That
bitch
was
the whole
awesome.
time. I was like,
He's
yo,
like,
I'm
"I'm gonna
about to
die."
Yeah.
Come on,
I'm just so used to it. I'm used to it. I've been in his car 1,000 times. Like,
No
he always
chance.
does that.
Dude, my hands were fucking sweaty. Like when I tell you my
You
hands
were really
were
that
sweaty,
scared?
Oh my god, dude, I was pissing my pants.
He's like, this
My-
dude doesn't stop. He doesn't slow
Oh,
down.
no, he
We're going
doesn't.
120 miles per
Dude,
hour.
He's over
The
here.
thing is, he would like. It wasn't like he was swerving through cars like
like the no
like
hesi.
regularly. Like he would like fucking book it, get as close as he could to the car, and then whoop, veer out, and then do the same thing with every fucking car. I'm like, dude, if somebody presses the brake just slightly, we're all fucked. We're
Hey,
fucked.
are you here?
Yeah,
That's all that
because,
matters.
because we told him to fucking write like a grandma on the way back.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That was a fun
Yeah.
night.
Yeah,
that was a
fucking-
fun night.
it
Was that the
was
same
not
night as the
fun.
strip club?
No, was it? Nah,
We didn't
no.
go to
That's the strip
club.
club night was when we went out with you.
I didn't.
Honestly, every time we go out, like to Patchogue or just somewhere, we just find ourselves at the strip club.
Yeah,
like later that
yeah,
night.
at the
Every
end of the
time.
night. At
Every
the end of the
time.
night.
'Cause
Always
I'll be in bed-
Shaquisha calling our name.
Oh my god. I'll be in bed at like 3 a.m. and I get a phone call from him. I'm like, hello. He's like, yo, I'm leaving the strip club right now. Like, who are you with? He's like, I'm with Zach. We just left the strip club.
Yeah.
So the first time I ever went to a strip club was before I went to England. I don't know if I told you guys the story, but it was my friend Jake and my friend Dylan. My friend Dylan was the one that was in the last episode, the one that's running as a Democrat or whatever. But anyway, so we go to this strip club in the city, right? So we get to the door. We're thinking it's like free. We're 18. Yeah, we're like 18 at the time. And the guy was like, "Are you guys 21?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Well, it's $50 per person." Completely ripping us off. It was definitely not $50
Definitely
for
not.
underage.
Yeah.
He was like, "For underage, it's $50. Just get in." And we're like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So anyway, so like, we paid the $50 because we wanted to see some coochie.
Coochie man.
Coochie man. But anyway, we get to like the dance floor or whatever, and my two buddies, like two girls, grabbed them already. Like they're somewhere. I'm like just standing there. There's a random girl comes up to me and she has like this English accent, and I'm like, she's like, "Hi, how are you?" You know, with a fucking English accent. Or whatever. Yeah, hello, hello, where you from, sweetheart? And I was like, he's like, "Oh, I'm from Long Island, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, you're English, huh?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm from London or whatever fucking she was." And she was like, I was like, "Cool, I'm actually going there next week," because it was like literally a week before I went to England. She's like, "Oh, no way." She's like, "You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it so much. It's so much fun. And the American boys are famous over there." And I was like,
Having a
"Okay."
genuine
Famous.
conversation with
Yeah,
her.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
just
I
butt
was having
naked.
a full-on like live conversation with a stripper. She's like, "You're
My
gonna
dad
love
used
it."
to beat me as a kid.
Yeah, yeah. So that's how I became a fucking stripper. She was like, "So you want a lap dance?" And I was like, it's like I don't really have money. I was like, I'll give you what I have in my pocket. She's like, "What is it, sweetheart?" I pulled out like $9.
Fucking Kit Kat and
I
like
pulled-
a piece
yeah,
of tape.
yeah, fucking Skittles, and I
Paperclip.
pulled out $9. And she's like, "Just because you're going to England, I'll give you a lap dance." So she gives me a lap dance, and like I'm thinking, like she stops once the lap dance is over. But the way they do it is every song is a lap dance, but the songs keep going. So it's $20 per lap dance, but the songs keep going, meaning that you think she's done at the $20 or whatever, but next thing you know, it's like $300 deep. You have to tell them to stop once the song ends. You have to tell them to stop once the song ends, or else they'll just keep charging you. They'll say like, "Oh, it was a lap dance. You didn't tell me to stop, so it's like $300 or $400." So there's like 5 songs deep, and my friend was like, "Dude, this girl just charged me like $200 because she said one lap dance, and she said it's every song. You have to stop them in every song,
That's
or else they'll
so
keep charging you."
sketchy.
And I was like, "All right." I was like, I just kind of pushed her. I was like, "Stop." And she's like, "You okay, honey?" I was like, Yeah. My buddy just mentioned that like it's per song, it's a lap dance." She's like, "It's okay. It's all right, dear. Don't worry." And she walked away. As soon as she walked away, my heart started like pounding. Like I started having like palpitations. I don't know why. I don't know if I was like a little excited about it. She gave me a lap dance. It's like my first time ever been to a strip club. But like my heart started pounding. Like I start like breathing really heavy. I'm like, what the fuck? And like the first thing that came to my mind was like this lady like drugged me. She fucking had something in her panties and like some powder, and I didn't know. The whole movie started playing in my head. So I'm like,
You're tweaking, bro.
so yeah, so I was like, maybe she drugged me. I don't know what to fucking do. Maybe she drugged me. So I go upstairs, and I'm in the bathroom, and I'm like, Roger, calm down, buddy. I come downstairs. My buddies are getting in a fight with the stripper because the stripper, he was like sitting down. The stripper came over and like was like doing like a personal dance while she was on stage. She was fighting with him because she said that he owed her money because she came over and he didn't stop her. So like right there was like 400 deep. I was like, "Well, guys, I only had a $9 fucking lap dance, so I'm out of here." So I just dipped. And like later they come around, like they finally they had to pay like $400 to even get out of the club because the bouncers were stopping them.
Oh
They wouldn't even
my
let them leave.
God.
Yeah, that was my first time at a strip club. Anyway,
Peace.
yeah, just Google me. You'll find me on YouTube, and Instagram at the Dudes Tavern. Silly mode. I did silly mode, but I don't think anybody did follow that because I only have 5 subscribers. But anyway,
Be the sixth.
be the 6th subscriber.
Oh yeah.
If you want to donate to the Dudes Tavern, at my Visco at Roger Gonzalez, please donate.
Visco?
Visco? You mean Venmo?
Venmo?
Visco, what the fuck am I
Whoa.
saying?
Follow him on
I don't
Visco
know.
as well then.
Follow me on Visco as well at
Fucking
Roger
hate
Gonzalez.
this.
Yeah. Anyway, this has been the Dudes Tavern. Any other ending? No, nobody has to say anything.
No,
Okay.
we already did that.
All
This
right.
is the third time we're doing that.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Peace.